Hey, it's Julie from StoryADay here, and I am back to tell you how my day 7 of StoryADay May Challenge 2023 is going. Sundays are difficult for me. I've known this since the beginning, since back in 2010, because it's a family day. It's a day when my routine is completely upended. Toying with the idea of sticking to getting up and writing at 8:30 in the morning, even on weekends, even though my whole life I've resisted that kind of structure. But I'm finding it's making it easier for me to write, to know that that's when I'm writing, and that's just a time that I have set aside for it. So I'm wondering if I'm gonna experiment with changing up my weekends. Stay tuned, I'll let you know. Anyway, today I'm writing later in the day, and I got to hang out with people in the StoryADay Superstars group from 4 o'clock till 5:30, and it's so great to have people to talk about writing with and talk about what's going well, talk about what's challenging about writing, share ideas. And I think I'm going to be talking a little bit more on the podcast next week about some of the stuff that we talked about in that meeting. I'll get people's permission first. But it was noticeable that we are the few who are actually writing. If you're watching this, you're probably watching it because you're a writer and you're writing. Maybe you're doing this challenge. And so many people I talk to talk about wanting to write, wanting to be a writer, and we're actually doing it. So yay us, pat on the back. It's really rare. It's rare to have a passion, a dream, an urge inside you, and to actually act on it and make your life better because of it. So that's what we're doing. I was wondering today, because I hadn't written first thing in the morning, if I was going to make it, but I've committed. I'm going to write every day this year. So I wrote my story, and I wrote to the prompt. And it's interesting because the town I live in has a fairly robust history, and it has a Facebook group where people post Throwback Thursday stuff. And this week was all about people posting pictures of old stores they used to go to in the 50s and things, which really tied in with today's prompt from Amy Barnes. So I was able to channel some of that, and ended up kind of just writing a conversation between two old guys who were standing around waiting for one of these old buildings to be demolished. And I learned some stuff that I didn't love about writing like that and the way I was doing it. I was noticing when it wasn't going right. There were bits where I was skipping ahead, and it wasn't a crafted story at all. It was just kind of flowing out, and I was trying to get the voices and things. And there were things that I noticed that I wouldn't do if I was writing this kind of story again. And I'm calling that a win. I don't think the point of this challenge is to write 31 good stories. I think the point of this challenge is to write. And if you can, as you're writing, notice some things that will inform your writing in future, then it's a double win. So for me, double win today. Also, I have emptied this big capacious fountain pen, which I filled up on day 1, and it's finally, this whole thing is full of ink, except it's not now because it's been a week, and I was halfway through my story and it ran out. So I had to grab my trusty biro, and so there, I'll be filling up my pen and starting a new week tomorrow. I hope you will join us at storyaday.org. You can jump in for week 2. I also encourage people to take a little assessment at the end of week 1, see how it's going, and recommit for next week. And maybe recommit in a different way. Maybe you, like me, have found that there's writing at the same time every day is actually kind of freeing. Or maybe you've found that you picked the wrong time and you want to write differently. Or maybe you found that you can't write every day, but you're going to do 3. So hopefully you're taking a moment at the end of this week to celebrate. Yay, you wrote 7 days, or you wrote and paid attention during the first week of StoryADay May 2023. This is time that will never come again. So don't wait. Don't wait for at some fantasy someday when you're going to be able to find time to write or find the energy to write. Writing gives me energy, and I hope you're getting that too. I'll be back tomorrow with another update from the trenches of StoryADay May 2023. I am really enjoying the challenge this year, and I hope that you will join us. Keep writing.